Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast from Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldrin. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game, losing to Philadelphia. Here's Jokic. No good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a three-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
Down low. Schroeder. The shot off that time. Excellent D there from Garnett. Here's Brogdon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
You know, he's a big guard who really uses his size well. Brogdon is capable of playing either of the guard spots. He's old school in that way, just a guard who happens to be very versatile.
And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
And here is Paul. After Miles Turner was able to get the triple. Fires the three. Paul's shot is off. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Jordan. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Tipped away. Here's Paul. Shoots over Schroeder. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Chris Paul still looking for his first title. This Rockets team represents his best shot, Clark, but last year they couldn't quite get it done.
Well, the big reason for that, Kevin, was the fact that Chris Paul was unable to play in Game 6 and 7 against Golden State. He was so instrumental in key moments throughout that series. Had they had him in Game 6 and 7, I think they very well could have been playing for a championship last year.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
Here's Paul, following the score by Miles Turner. And he gets it to go.
You cannot underestimate Chris Paul's ability to finish through contact just because he's small. I mean, he's as tough as they come.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Boy, the floor awareness of Chris Paul. Got to respect that. I mean, whenever one of his guys is open, he's getting the ball to him quickly and on time.
They get it back. Stolen. Now Brogdon. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Garnett in the post. Over Turner. The drive by Paul. Kicks it out to Garnett. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Paul looking over the floor. And Belyita has it in the corner. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Finney Smith gets it to go. We know star power is critical, Clark, but when you look at the great bench players, what distinguishes them in your estimation?
A couple of things, Kevin, when you talk about outstanding role players. One is not only do they accept their role, they embrace it. They thrive in it. They really relish it. It could be impacting the game defensively or impacting it with energy and offensive rebound. Sometimes it's a designated scorer who comes off the bench to just inject offense. Lou Williams as a sixth man.
Sure.
Vinnie Johnson when he was with the Pistons. I mean, there are a number of guys. John Havlicek, his great Hall of Fame career was pretty much started as a sixth man. So a number, Kevin McHale and so forth. You can go down the list, but they impact the outcome with some aspect or aspects of their game, which is awesome to see.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Drills it from outside. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
Outstanding long-range marksmanship from Paul. Solid at spraying it from deep.
Got a piece of it. Here's Bertans. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers. They stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Finney Smith. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. This is his first free throw of the game. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Murray. Swiped away. Here's Lyles. The stupendous finish in traffic. Lyles got his first points of the night.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition their part.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus. His concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Minnesota calls timeout. Cuts off the pass. A fast break now for Charlotte. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
You got to respect the speed in transition here. I mean, Ntilikina knows how to get out ahead of the defense and create in the open floor.
Both teams. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Back to Murray. Jacks up a three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Back to Lyles. And the dunk by Lyles.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, it seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up, too. Yeah, fun group.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown." That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game. He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Paul. Back to Bertans. They get it again. Another shot. That shot off.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chris Paul picks up that.
Well, I tell you what, easy to admire the skills of Ntilikina. I mean, he's a tall guard. He passes and shoots it well. Very efficient.
Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
They get a hand on it. Murray left side. Paul outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Offline with his three. Hornets leading by 3. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Some changes for Charlotte. Jordan at the elbow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Pass to Jokic. Turner trying to free himself up. Jokic, no good. Paul goes in, and that one's good. Brogdon.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Now here's Schroeder. Garnett grabs the board.
Now that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. It's not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big guy.
Here's Schroeder. Charlotte no good that time either.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot. Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
Takes the three. The shot by Wilson, no good. Schroeder outside. At the elbow, Jokic. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half. And the layup's good off the glass. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And throughout his career, you like to see this in a player. Vucevic has worked on expanding his range. Now he has a very reliable stroke from the mid-range area.
Pass to Turner. And Charlotte again with the bucket. The Timberwolves trail. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Wilson. Jokic defending. Here's Paul. Back to Wilson. Timberwolves passing it around. Shots good by Garnett.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
And a close game so far through the first two quarters. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Minnesota with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. They grabbed their own miss. It's Bielitsa. No good. Good defense by Jokic.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion. But he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
Minnesota calls timeout. played as the second half gets going. The drive by Schroeder. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Al Paul. He's got 9. And Belitza has it in the corner. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Caldwell Pope.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Paul. Pass to Belitza.
Come on.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Paul, right side. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And even though he's still a young guy, Coach Borrego's seen how to do things the right way, Clark, under Coach Greg Popovich.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just another branch coming off the Popovich coaching tree. And, you know, his tenure, Borrego's tenure in Charlotte, I think will be interesting to watch, but he certainly has been well prepared for it.
Pass to Crawford. Back to Paul. Now here's Crawford, guarded by Jordan. And taken away by Johnson. It's Belitza. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Belitza's got his first 2 points of the night. It's Schroeder with the drive. It's stolen by Johnson. It's Belitza. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break. And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
Here's Paul. That shot off. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. The drive by Jordan. Some solid defense from Johnson.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Ntilikina. Nails the baby hook. Ntilikina's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instinct and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
Ball left side. Poke loose. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over Crawford. Nice D from Crawford. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kid Gilchrist, no luck. Here's Ferguson, defended by Paul. To the middle. Here's Wiles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Here's Ntilikina. Makes it off the glass. Ntilikina's got 10 points.
And, you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
Wilson. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Bertans. Kid Gilchrist trying to free himself up. Lays it up and banks it in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And here comes the break. The shot's good from Paul.
On the break is where Chris Paul at his best. I mean, he loves taking advantage of space in the open court and beating everybody down the floor. Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
The three from Bertans. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're... And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And so it's Charlotte with it. At the elbow, it's Koufos. Pass to Finney-Smith. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
The drive by Paul. And goes to Koufos, picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Paul outside. Just 5 to shoot. Wide open look here for Murray. Off target with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to Garnett. The 3. No good. That's the first shot for the floor he's missed. 5 for 6. Here's Ntilikina. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Charlotte making a switch here. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Inside, Turner with the steal. Paul with the steal. And Garnett misses. Charlotte leading by 6. Here's Jokic. Over Garnett. And the foul on Miles Turner. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Minnesota with the ball. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. And Garnett has it in the corner. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Here's Jokic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Paul outside. go. Poked away. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the paint. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
At the elbow, it's Turner. Back to Schroeder. Shoots from 12. The shot's good. And now a 10-point Hornets lead.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
Wilson with it. Now defended by Jokic. Pass to Murray. Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Garnett wide open. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Caldwell Pope. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Charlotte.
Pass to Jokic. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Boy, you got to like how locked in Jokic is on offense now. His confidence is sky high, and he believes he can score on anybody, anytime.
Garnett with it. Turner covering. Back to Paul. To the inside. Good D by Jordan.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
Three-pointer. Pass to Turner. Here's Schroeder. Shot clock reset for Charlotte. Jokic. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Kicks it out to Garnett. No good. Shot missing. And the Hornets now going the other way.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Charlotte.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And guys, because they play in different conferences, this is the last time these two will face off. It has to feel good getting a clean sweep here, finishing the season series 2-0 against Minnesota.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
And you know what stood out to me, Kevin, was his confidence. I mean, he was taking a lot of good shots and knocking them all down.
Pass to Wilson. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 19-4 run right now. Back to Jokic. Caldwell Pope outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Hornets lead by 18.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Schroeder with the ball. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks.